mind straps, get out.
All right. So, I don't know if this is even working or not. Don't have any audio. Okay. Audio is showing up. Hopefully it's recording to the internet. If not, whatever. Just gonna work on some random guy that I was starting to sculpt. Just want to record it pretty much. So, I have this. I'm making him be a catfish-headed lobster. Kind of like catfish. He's gonna be a samurai. Just some random thing. Pretty much just gonna probably get some skin on this guy and get it started so I can put arms on him. That's probably pretty much all I'm gonna do. I feel like it won't take much to just get it around it and work some shape into him really quick. I only covered it all the way down just because it's a big piece that was there, you know. And I want his arms to kind of wrap around. Huh. So, I think I'm just going to kind of get something around the arms so I can put something for a joint and then have something kind of ready where I can go bake it really quick. I have kind of the shape I kind of want. Gotta go over on this side. Huh. So, I basically just gotta get clay on here first. Once I get enough clay on it, I can start using some tools, push it around a little bit better. I'm only gonna keep this stick on there until I can get some sort of legs going or something. After I bake it, maybe I'll pull a stick out, then I'll fill it because I don't want the stick there, but because I want him to stand on his own legs. And I also want him to be something kind of like this. Yeah, already kind of got a cool shape. And then I'll build like a thin armor over the hardened body. It'll be okay. So the first time, it's really not as important to get the shapes I want. Just more important to get the general fundamental of him, because this is just going to be a thin layer that I don't want it to bake too long, so I want to kind of keep it thin. I also don't want it to have to be too thick overall, his whole body. I couldn't get my music to play on here, so I'm going to be having it. I want to stick to this. Yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of doing this to record it. Kind of copying it on here to have a log of what I'm doing. I haven't streamed in a while, so more kind of a retest too at the same time of the stuff working. I think. It's going to be just a thin layer on here. Kind of getting the shape I want it to have. Hey, thanks. Yeah, just not quite totally focused on it, but I am. I don't know. Kind of just want to get a layer on it. Just so that there's something to build up on, like when it's like kind of soft like this, it's really tacky. And I kind of don't want it to be so tacky that I can't work with it. But I also don't want it to be all of the shape I want. But I do want it to have like the lobster look. I think this will still. Not trying to work too hard on it, making it too difficult, you know. Trying to do simple is better in a way. My mindset on them. Yeah, but it is getting in shape though. Definitely. It really doesn't take long. I probably should start the oven here pretty soon just to get it ready. Figure it's probably only gonna be like a. Oh, can you? Yeah. And once the dude's head's on him, I want him to be standing with his head a little bit sideways like this, and then his one arm I want it to be kind of like up this way, and then these other ones I think I might have it like curled down. I might even do it with like another joint because it is kind of like a lobster. I think they have like another articulated joint in there, but that might be like all just clay though, because I think I can do it with just a couple sticks in a corner and then bake it, get his shape. He's gonna have armor too, so that's why he's kind of buff. I won't have to build up a lot of that. I can just add the detail, you know, make his head fit better. Because I kind of want it. Yeah. Still work in progress. Doesn't have to be perfect. And plus the stuff once it bakes is kind of soft, so if I do some of the thinner stuff right now in this early version and then add to that just a little bit, it'll give it its shape better. Like right here, it's got stuff I can move around a little and make it a little bit better, and then put like a scale system or like an armor system. I was thinking like an armor going down, but you know, the more you mess around with it, sometimes it gets better, but like I said, this is really just that first like layer. Just gonna curl this all in just a little bit again. Give it more to squeeze back down into it. All right. A lot of it's just playing around with the clay, you know? It's like being a child all over again. A lot of the shapes are gonna go away, like I said, because I'm just kind of still working that. There's gonna be armor over it, but like, yeah, right? Yeah, like small plates. I mean, once I get it going, I can just do thin layers of this and then put it over the top of it and then work that over the top of this. Because he should kind of have like a shell shape. And I'm still going to build up just a little bit around the leg parts here. And I'm kind of trying to do it so that it has like a different stance, because the legs are going to have see, I don't know if I wanted to be kind of tall. Almost thinking he's got to be bent more up, because then I can have him come down, you know, like this, and then another one, probably just as long as what that is there, but bent for all four of them. And then I want to create like tube legs that are going to curl up under his tail. They're already curled up like a lobster does. But a lot of this, like I said, is getting this shape. I might even just get the shape of this together and then bake it, and then do like 2 bakes on it really quick. Oh, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I just took a break for a while. Still doing the Warhammer stuff. I got that. Still got some of that going on. Over there. But kind of still in it, but not in it. Just kind of built some stuff and kind of working on some things. Oh, there we go. And some guys in a group that I'm in, Discord, wanted to go back and do some sculpture stuff, and I thought that would be kind of a cool idea. Just wanna more. Yeah, I'll probably keep on trying to mess around with the shape if I just don't go start up the oven right now. I have to go start the oven. It's like 235, I think it was, for the temperature I need. Right back, 2 seconds. Yeah, I bought a set that was like all together for the speed paints, and then before that, I had gotten the acrylic, couple of acrylic sets that were like a few military colors, a few basic colors, and then some game colors. Need to have need to have the things at hand so you don't gotta go drive 30, 40 miles to go get them or order them. Have a couple cool D&D figures I painted. I'm gonna go grab one really quick. That sounds super awesome. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite ones so far. I was just using speed paints. Yeah, I want to try those, but I had got the Vallejo stuff first before that stuff came out. Fanatic. I don't want to buy stuff all over again since I already got these. This guy here, Venom Troll. He looks so cool. Definitely turned out pretty creepy looking. Camera really picks it up good too. I kind of just did that one, just painting it. I didn't like record it or anything. Kind of was out of the groove of it. I know that this stick isn't center, so I'm guessing make a center line just to know a rough. That's close to center. Yeah, shaved it off. Different job. Had to clean it up for the job. Work in a warm area now. Have to wear a respirator. Yeah, I miss it. Miss the beard. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie at all. It's like 10 years of it. But sometimes change is alright. I like it so far, so that's all that matters. I think the oven said it's ready. I should probably put that thermometer in there really quick and see what the thermometer says. Because that's more accurate. It's like a baking thing. All right, so I got that in there. Let's say 275 when it needs to. Yeah, I lost about 10 years. I look like I was about my age when I had my beard. Now I look in my 30s probably. Somewhere in there. I guess it's kind of a good thing though. I kind of want to make this go pretty thin so that if I do add stuff to it, it'll still have a nice flex. And it doesn't have to be perfect because he is going to be like a samurai, you know? Well, I guess I didn't really say that. Yeah, he's going to be a catfish samurai lobster. That looks so cool. Now let me zoom out on this for a second. See what. Oh, it is zoomed up. Dang it. Oh, yeah. Temperature's good. I wish I could. All right, got that going. You know you're good. Okay. Oh. Yeah, now I just got to figure out how I'm going to mount this, but at the same time, and even if I want to put armor on him, it'll still have some armor, some thickness there. Still only take probably like 20 minutes to whatchamacallit, bake. I wonder if I should. I can't really scale out an arm without his body here, but yeah, if I idea is if I go like this, right? And it wouldn't really have the arm yet on it, on this part, because it needs to be firm before. That is my theory here. I think that's what we're going to try before I bake it. Because I do have another stick that I can cut apart here. And I wanted the arms to be thin, but I don't want to use wire, because for some reason whenever I use wire, it just, for this type of thing, it just doesn't seem to work right. But I also don't want his arms to be too thick, because I want to make it look like he has, like, you know, like, see how much that was clay? Alright, so what I think I should do, just make it look like a joint, like that, maybe. And then take the other end of one of these and kind of maybe like I have extra on it. Okay, so now I got a little, it's probably like a 1/4 inch extra. And then I could probably just cut this. Whoops. Pop her back. Alright. And make it look like a Q-tip, maybe? Kind of. Maybe. I don't think I want it to be too long. So, alright. So, my theory is, since this stuff is pretty, like, gooey, maybe we'll just tap it down a little bit too. I can just, like, kind of bring it together like this. And now it's already got some of that shape I want. And then when I go and bake it, it should bake it together. That's already got a cool, like a lobster-esque, arachnid-esque joint. Now I have to do that 1, 2, 3, 7 more times, and then I can bake it. But I think that'll look cool. That'll give it the shape I want. And I can even make these ones maybe a little bit farther out, or make these arms a little smaller, maybe. Like he's got little daggers in front of his arms here. And these ones are like longer with like a katana and, you know, a short sword and a long sword. And then this will have a little bit of flex. All right, I'm getting more excited. All right, so that's what we gotta do here. Take another piece over here. We're gonna cover the tip of this. Make sure we got it all the way out there. I really wish I had a stand for this. Hope that wasn't on the camera. But all right. One thing I have I can hold up is still this stupid thing. It's getting heavy now. Guess. I don't even know how I'm gonna bake it with this body being so heavy right now. Well, either way, we'll figure it out when we get there. I don't really want it to be too much longer from side to side. Same thing. It's gonna. Oh, maybe I shouldn't use this one because I got glue on it. Everything hurts. You just turned 30. Yeah. Well, I'm 45, so when you turn 45, it's just you get so used to it, and you wonder what's going to stop just working altogether. Joints will pop and click and make weird noises. But I know people younger than me, they make way more weird noises than I do, so. All right, now this one, I think, trying to. Oh. Okay, so that already getting in shape. But should this one be more back? Like it's got a little dagger in it. This one more up. But I am going to put another joint in it, so. Well, the Discord group that I'm in is from like years ago. I was doing little challenges, and when I would do a challenge, it was always like a size, like 3 hours, under 10 centimeters in size, so it would be easier to do. And some of the people in the group, we were just chatting and said we want to do a challenge, but we only put a restriction on 4 arms or 4 legs. And I figured 4 arms and 4 legs is a cool idea. And then right away I thought like a lobster or a crayfish, but I didn't want to do like a lobster or a crayfish head. So I thought of like a catfish or a bullhead. And then after I thought about catfish or a bullhead, I thought it would be cool to see it as like a samurai. Or one of the other dudes was chatting about making like a leaf ninja, you know, like a tree leaf, or a stick bug or whatever it is, as a ninja. And thought it was like a cool idea. So then we were just chatting back and forth and started turning into a whole little like cartoon that was going on in my head about what my character could look like. And then it ended up turning into the samurai, lobster, crayfish, ninja, catfish. I did a catfish head. Well, because I like the eyes too. But I did a catfish head in like 40 minutes one day. I thought that was a good start for doing that type of character. And kind of went on from there, you know? Weird where some inspirations can come from, you know? Just blows my mind at times. Just the odd places you get ideas and where they end up going from there. And if you can keep them, you can kind of keep it alive in your mind. It's been a week now, I think, that I had been thinking about it. And I really didn't want to limit the size to being only with like 10 centimeters like I was doing before. And the other idea was if it's a challenge, it isn't about perfection. It's about just kind of getting it done. And I have a problem sometimes with doing things and trying to having to be a little bit more than what they should be, but not really. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think everybody kind of wants to do a little bit more when they try to put their art or their self into their art. Kind of sucks you in a little. But if it's going to do that, you might as well keep the inspiration going. Some idea that makes you want to keep doing it. And I really needed a boost to get back into doing my own art. I do like doing the Warhammer painting and that kind of stuff and all that, but still isn't like my own. Not that it has to be my own, it still is. I'm painting it and doing all that, but just kind of different mindset, you know? Alright. I think I make these bottom legs like they're like gonna be off the top. Like they're gonna come more off from there, or this one's gonna like be like right here. This is gonna be more. Let's see. I guess all right, so that is all the clay I have right now. Of my Warhammer stuff. I am actually getting ready to do some of that again. I bought a little better camera that I can set up a picture area this time. I have a squad I painted that would be, I think, no, not these guys. I have a squad and devilfish that I finished painting that I want to do like the. You're talking about like the turnaround pictures of all the painting that I've done with these guys, like the 2-minute show. Yeah, I plan on doing that still. I actually have, like I said, that devilfish. I needed to paint the guy for the back of it, and now I can do that one, which would probably be a shorter one, but maybe I might do like the whole combat patrol. Yeah, I can start doing that again. I mean, I kind of have a bunch of stuff I've been working on in general, like, you know, the D&D stuff and everything. I always kind of feel weird because I don't know where to go with my channel totally. It's like I want to do like Warhammer stuff, but I also like doing this kind of stuff, you know, and I have other crafts and stuff that I like also doing that I really don't share a whole lot. But because sometimes I set up like my D&D stuff, and I don't know, I have other ideas for like terrain and stuff that I kind of want to work on. And I've been messing around with these. Legion Imperialis. So I also have been getting a little bit too much into that here. Let me go grab something really quick. I also have these two that I had worked on, trying to get a relative to play a game with me. But I ended up putting magnets in these so I can take them off and put them on to paint them. The guns, this, are magnetized. Top. And then this was just more being stupid and ridiculous. This is magnetized as well, with the other guns that go along with it. I have them inside of this box right here. And then it is also the top cannon, so I can switch it to the other one if I want to. I was just seeing if I could do it, and they stay on. It's more just ridiculous, playing around. Yeah, I'm actually just starting that, like, alongside my Warhammer stuff, because I realize how kind of cool the little tiny things are. I have a group over here right now that are waiting for me to do the drilling, and I already drilled this one out. Like, been using this little tiny 1mm drill, putting a hole in there. And then I got a bunch of 1mm, whatchamacallits, magnets. And then the front gun that would be on this part has been using this 2mm. Fits in there perfect. And then that one stays on a little better because it's smaller. Yeah, 2mm or 1mm. I'm just kind of being ridiculous with them, something to think about something else while I'm just doing stuff. I don't know. Torturing myself, I guess, is what it is. I can't wait to start painting those guys, though. Those would be so much fun to paint those guys. It's only like 3 colors, and some of these paints will be like really cool on them, especially like the like bluish color, I think it is, or like the grayish color that's on the solar auxiliaries, and the copper that's on it. I don't know, I think it's cool. So whenever I do my sculpture stuff, this stuff sucks to work. I always end up cutting strips, and I have a noodle press, noodle maker thing over here. Let me see if I can. Right there. Right here. And then I just cut the strips. And then it usually takes like I can't knead them with my hands. My hands are too sore from it. But just put it through one time like this. Alright. And you just, I have some paper under it so it's just a little cleaner. Get this stuff. Kind of like squeeze it up again. Get whatever I dropped. Throw it back in here one more time. I might do it one more time. This time I'm not going to go on the paper. But by the time you do it like 3 or 4 times, my hands also don't hurt. But then I can do whatever I want with it. And we're back to work again. It takes a second. I actually have, I bought like the starter thing where you get both sides, a little bit of both sides. And then I found somebody that was getting rid of some of the, like, pretty much an army of both sides for a deal. So I ended up that being like my winter, Christmas, birthday thing. I used to snowboard, so kind of my extra activity for my winter besides doing this other stuff. That's how I look at it. Terrible form of justifying spending money on myself. But either way, something to do. It's already been cold here, so got a couple feel below. Didn't totally get that ring on it that I wanted. The other one side's got, but it's gonna have army covering it. Yeah, the infantry are so ridiculous, but also at the same time, it's gonna be cool to paint them. Like, and then like I watched a bunch of stuff about how to play, like the whole like tit for tat more it is. It's like roll for roll. Seems like it's a little more brutal. Kind of, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. Okay, so this. That's because I went like this last time. Yeah, see, I kind of thought when I looked at them, the detail on it will make them have cooler shadowing than the Warhammer stuff. I think like the bigger Warhammer stuff, you gotta create the effect a little bit more. Or I think with those little ones, it looks like the effect is kind of going to be created just because of the sense of how paint works. Doesn't have to necessarily be like those speed paints, you know, they can be pretty much any kind of paint if you thin it out some. So I notice when I thin out these other Warhammer stuff and I do it on there, definitely can see how those little ones would definitely take the coloring better. And then if you do any of those like oil oil-based like washes on them, you can get really cool details on those ones, I think. But still think it's pretty neat. Yeah, hey, that's a good idea. I do have an airbrush, so that's probably what I'll end up doing with mine. Just go through and get them all done really quick, and then go over like the guns and the flags and the other little parts. Yeah, like little drumsticks. Like, so funny. I was having a hard time starting this, you know? Didn't think I was going to actually get into it too much, but like that, it's already, I'm getting so giddy about it. I don't know why. It's so cool. It's so awesome. I don't know, there's something about when you start making something and you get it to kind of like start turning out. I don't know. I'm gonna geek out about this guy for a while. I think I want his arm to be more up, like he's got this one like back and this one like kind of forward. These ones are gonna curl it into the center still with like little daggers on them. He's so cool. Definitely get in his look. Like, rah. Like he's in a pose. See. Yeah, it's so cool. It's gonna make I'm geeking out. I'm sorry, I gotta work on this guy some more. It's so cool. So cool. Maybe I need to. It's yeah, I got nose hair or something. It's tickling my lip. Sorry. Sorry about telling you my worries. Okay, so the eyes, they're actually like these things that you can get. I got these ones from Amazon, obviously. Like everything comes from the Amazon world. But I just knocked a whole bunch of stuff over. I think they're called cabochets or cabinets is what they actually are. And I've made my own already too, my own eyes, which this is what you would use to make your own eyes with. Is this right here, right? Oh, that zooms in so nice, right? And you would paint your eyeball on the back in reverse. So however you want the eye to look, you would paint it in reverse, right? But before I had realized I could do that, because some of my stuff because I was doing a lot of kind of sculpting stuff before. Then I realized that you can just get them with like a sticker back on them, and you can get them in like different sizes. You know, like. And you can kind of create different creatures with them depending on the scale. Like these ones are a little bit bigger here. These other ones here are a little smaller. I had also found something that looked like human eyes. I don't know exactly where that bag's at right now, but But definitely neat. It makes some of the having the right things to make things is what you really need a lot of times, you know, and that makes this guy's eyes look pretty cool. I mean, the guy I was working on before is right here. His eyes got similar. This got to be cleaned off when I finish him up. He's also got some teeth somewhere too. But Lionel from Thundercats, like a kind of a cheesy version I made. This guy do his hands. I was gonna do that today, but I wanna do this guy. I know this guy's turning out cooler than I thought, so don't want that arm to get messed up. I think I'm gonna bake it upside down like this. And legs are gonna have to be quite a bit bigger. All right, so actually, probably. Okay, so I need 4. This will be 3. I don't know how long this is. Okay, I'm gonna guess here. Just gonna do 1 first, and then we'll do the other 2. So how close I am to getting. Hey, that's pretty close. It's pretty close. Pretty close. We're just snapping them. First 2. All right, let's see if I can get this one the same size without measuring it. I want to say it's about here. That's pretty close. Pretty close in size. So we're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, it's awesome you stopped by. It's actually kind of inspiring for me that somebody hasn't seen my streams for a while and ended up stopping by and chatting with me a little bit while I'm in here. Kind of makes me want to do it again some more. I appreciate it. Thanks again for stopping by. Gonna keep on doing the legs the same way for the back, but maybe I'll kind of make it on an angle so that it'll kind of stick down. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have to bake it. I actually got a couple people in here today. Surprised. Usually,
When all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
What is it?
Toys.
It's a poem. A poem about me.
A poem about.
They say it's a big hit.
Let's do this.
He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he
yeah, I always feel a little weird just getting on here sometimes.
What?
He had a broad face and a little round
That?
that shook
But
when he
I always feel a little weird just getting on here sometimes.
He had a broad
Hi, Elizabeth.
face and a little round
That?
It's cool you're here too. Awesome.
round belly. He had a shook
Hi, Elizabeth.
like a bowl full of
That?
It's cool you're here too. Awesome. Have
Have
you worked on anything recently?
Nobody.
That's how they think I look.
Social media hit Santa.
The cookies.
Have you worked on anything
Social
recently?
media hit Santa. Nobody.
That's how they think I look.
It's the cookies. Media hit what it is.
The cookies.
Have you worked on? Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of making up a couple more legs here. And Yeah, so I wonder if maybe I should just do this part of the legs right here. Don't want to lose the integrity of the between the two of them. Which it probably won't hold it up, you know, because it doesn't have much rigidity to it. But I'm hoping that maybe that once I do this amount on it, it'll give it something to be able to put it onto. I don't know though. Definitely going to be hard to see it. So I have to pull the stick out of here. Just have it here for now. Alright. Samurai lobster. Catfish samurai lobster. All right. Nice drinking my coffee. I wonder how much of my music in the background is being picked up. Because it's probably a little bit loud. I almost think that maybe I should have. Because it doesn't really have to be too much. Still want to. I guess it'd probably be alright having that flex on it, because maybe it'll make it like sit on these four legs. That's kind of what my goal is, to have it kind of rest on the legs once it's baked. Not gonna have the other part of the leg on there until after I bake it. Which these are a little thick here, so I think I might have to. It's gonna be baked a couple times, so hopefully whatever's inside of these parts that doesn't totally get baked will get baked. Okay, so this guy here. All right, so I think that this is really close to the shape I want. I think I just want to do just a little bit more. Been using this block a lot to bake stuff. I wonder if I could put it in there like this, like that. All right, so I don't think I need to put that in there. I think I'm just gonna put it in there upside down. So, since, okay, you see how this curls up like this? I can add stuff in there to make it have a little bit of a, because I want to put little legs, or even like maybe it'll just look like little legs down in there, curled up underneath his body. Kind of like how lobster does it, with their little things down there. And it's not very long. It's going to be a stunted. It's not really a lobster. It's kind of like a lobster. But this clay likes to be still soft, flexible, somewhat. So if I can kind of do some of the, making it a little bit more thin, like I am right here, and then kind of curl this all up. Fill that in just a little bit there, so I gotta poke through it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna, I think I remember I glued that in there, and I wish I wouldn't have. All right. I'm going to be putting layers on it, so it won't matter. But, so. All right, so anywhere it's thin, I'm not really too worried because it's gonna go through a little bit of a process here. I'm gonna go and throw this in the oven, and then while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna drill some holes on the Warhammer thing, or maybe I could work on some of the leg here. I don't know. All right, so I have to say that that is one of the hardest things to do whenever you're doing anything, sculpture, painting, drawing, anything. Stopping and telling yourself that you're done and going to the next step is like the hardest thing. Like I know I'm not ready for the next step, but I know I also want to get this thing farther along, or you know, and it's already been an hour and 20 minutes. So hour and 20 minutes took me to do the legs and that body on there, which really I don't feel is too bad. The head was like I said, it took like 45 minutes, but I had to bake it. And then when I had to bake it, I had to I added the hat part that went over top, and then after that I had to bake it again. So I mean, in reality it took more than 45 minutes, but you know, time of actual work, like right now I'm still working on something else towards it, I guess. But at the same time, the baking part is part of the process. Oh yeah, you want to see what this is? I've actually had this for a while. This is the same clay I had before when I was sculpting. A couple years ago, I got a Black Friday deal from the actual people, and I just opened up a new box. But when you buy it normally, it comes in a pack that looks like this. You know, this one is I think it's a medium. Comes in a thing like this, and kind of dig right into it. They do them smaller now too. This is a pound. I think it's like $16 here. I don't know what it is actually now. It might be a little bit more. But then I bought bulk stuff and it came packaged like this, all in like a wrapper. And it was like £6 for a certain price. I don't know. It works out. I like it. And when it's done, like this guy here, this has got some flex to it. Whiskers, got some flex. This like rope thing, got some flex to it. The company that makes this cosplay is also the same company that makes monster clay. So they're very similar. I haven't used monster clay, but just touching it. I've only like played around with it a little bit. I never had it to actually use because I don't really like clay I can't like have a finished thing with. Kind of want just a one and done. I don't want to have to do any like casting. If I wanted to cast it, I guess I could just cast these things if I wanted to, but this guy I probably couldn't cast either because of the way I have the stuff on it. Oh, so like the tail is thin like this. See how this here, you can kind of move it around. You don't have to worry about it breaking too much, so you can kind of get like a flimsy detail and not really worry too much about it. They also have this other stuff too. It's like a rubber of this stuff you can paint on things too and give it like a rubbery texture as well. Excellent. I broke that stick and I didn't want to. Need four more legs here. Don't really want to cut apart these tools. Let's see what we got over here. Sorry if I'm loud. Get two off on this one. I think I might end up breaking this one apart. This one I'm going to mark because I don't. Okay, so I wonder if maybe I could just make the ends of these maybe. I wonder, I should look up samurais like I did last time. Oh, that's cool. Superman would be kind of cool to do. It's not a, because it's like a man figure, you know, the cape. Not too much to dig into for like intricate armor like Iron Man or something, you know? All right, what kind of shoes my samurai guy should have? I don't. He's a lobster, so I can't really put those kind of shoes on him. Okay, if I just do like something like this for his legs, you know, or even because that's I got the tip in there, so that has something to. That's all it's gotta be. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to be look like what I want it to look like, you know. Oh, it's just the temperature I need to be at still. So, you know, this can still have that other stick go into it and then make another joint from that to make it look like it's got a different angle. So, good thing I looked in there at that. So we're just gonna make 4 of these really quick. I guess it wasn't like I really had to wait, so I wasn't really gonna do all the legs at one time. I think I might just turn that timer off. It does really look like a claw, but this also looks like another thing that I had made before. Can't remember what it was. Yeah, that's cool. Gotta try to make them close to the same size, but I'm not really too worried about them being the same size. I thought maybe after I have them made, maybe I could make like, because you know how the samurai shoes are, that they go between your toes. Maybe I could put like something on the tip of these, but I don't know if I want to do that. It's more the silhouette I kind of want to try to get. I need to have the pants, the armor, like when I. That's why I'm not really too worried about the legs a whole lot, because I want to kind of cover them with the armor that's on it. It's like the woven. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just messing around anyways. Oh, it's so cool that some of the people that have stopped by before and come by. I need to scoop myself up just a little bit here. See that one about that long? Yeah. A little thicker. Yeah, I'm glad I stopped on here and started doing this too. I need to have an outlet again that's making my own things. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, I do like painting these guys. They're fun. It's like painting a 3D coloring book, kind of. That's cool. Out of candy and icing. Yeah, I'm trying to do this one relatively quick, but I wish I was kind of taking a little bit more time on it. Yeah, it's easy to get in trouble with music. That's why I was always using my own. I couldn't get my music player to play my music for some reason. I don't know. Folder got moved or something. I was saying that there was something else set to play, but I don't know what's going on there. So 4 and 4. Got the 4 legs now. Got the 4 arms on there. I don't know. I don't know what I could do for his claw. Yeah, it kind of looks like a hand. I don't know if these ones are going to be on this underside. It's looking pretty good for their underarm mandible for that. There's underarms. Like I said, I'm trying to do this in a manner where it's kind of not thinking too much about it. Kind of just doing kind of like what I want. Not really. All right. And then I'm going to do a bunch of legs. I think the smaller body, I don't know how many, because I don't really have to do them. I could do them kind of like I did those hands. Just kind of like, just maybe just twist them under, maybe. Some ladybugs in my house. Something must have warmed up for them to want to come inside right now since it's 50 outside. Or what is it right now? 35. So if I do them kind of like this, you know, curled up underneath this whole underbody, or even if I was just to make it, even if I was just to take maybe even like this. I think I'd probably even go maybe you could just do like a tube like this, right? And then when I put it onto the warmed up body, I could just squish it like this onto it, right? Like this. And it would stick to the body, right? And then I can just curl. Just curl it up over it. But I probably want to do a little bigger than that. All right, I'm gonna go let my dog outside. Wanna go outside, Jim? Yeah. All right, so it's got like 2 minutes left. 2 more minutes left to bake. So, I think I can make a lot of these parts once I have the body there. I don't think these little legs will be, because I mean, a lot of it is just the shape that it has to be, not necessarily something too perfect. You know, like it could even just take one piece, crunch it up into like a tube like this. All right, so I got like a tube, and then I could take this one and make it more like a cone, right? And then just put them together like that, you know. And then now it's got shape. There's a ladybug shape of a foot or a claw, and then put that underneath it. So I don't have to make them too much ahead of time. But these ones I'm kind of glad I did, because there's a stick inside of there. Or it's probably loud crinkling into the microphone. It's right below it. Oh, the legs fell off, but that's okay. I can manage it when I bake it again. Let's make those joints a little bit with some new clay in there, and they'll be all right. Yeah, right. They just want to join in. So, a couple minutes, let that guy cool off. I don't think the legs are gonna hold up too good, but I think maybe I reinforced them with a couple different forms of layers because I want to do like maybe some knee pads. So these two came off. So it's still really warm. So I guess I was off the camera there for a second. Probably shouldn't have been. Trying to figure out how I can get this hand on here. Still have it have. All right, so there we go. I have to do something different about these legs though. How sturdy the legs are gonna be, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bake it, and then I'm gonna cover the spots again. Remember, this is just kind of like a quick challenge too. It's not like my best I could do. It's just like kind of just trying to get something to have it work. And I feel like it's coming along pretty good. I'll get ready here for another bake on it. But I think I might go over some of the other joints too a little bit more. So a little thicker. Okay, so I need at least two more sets of legs in there. Bigger groups here. Yeah, it's turning out pretty cool. I don't know. A lot of this is kind of like rough too, and it should be kind of rough. It's gonna be having some armor, and I think I might just have him resting on his tail and his legs, kind of. After I think I'll put 4 more legs in there. It's 3. It's probably pretty silent. No music on or anything. What time is it? Okay, I've been doing this for a little bit over 2 hours. Kenny, one more little. Just the basic shape. I don't need to have perfect in there. Okay. So, there we go. Uh, I don't care for that one, but I don't want it to be all uniform either. Well, that's nice. No fighting for your Christmas. Ours is going to be this weekend coming up. But we all get along. Oh, never mind. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think I need to have one more set. All right. Oh. Keep doing this. I'm going to make a couple more knots for the joints. I want to make it sure that it'll hold it, because I'm think I'm going to wait to do the arms on the top, because I want those to have a little bit better detail to them. One of these. One more. That's kind of how I want him to sit. I think he'll be all right like that. Yeah. Go on. Kind of trying to still keep it simple, but at the same time have some of that texture I want. All right, so I think this guy can get baked again now. I think he'll be able to sit like that. More onto his legs than his back. Trying to, because once I bake him, it's gonna be it. Throwing him back in the oven. I think this time, for sure, it'll be. Kind of want to make sure it still has like a weird stance, you know? All right, so where'd that piece of wood go? Oh, still there. Okay, so now his body's there. Excuse me. Got his arms on there. I think that'll probably be the most I can do today. Although, I kind of want him to. Hoping I could make like a flat piece for the blade, but I almost kind of want to use like a wood piece for that. Inside of, I thought I had some like stir sticks, kind of, you know? Coffee. Oh, those are plastic. Thought I had something. Maybe a popsicle stick. Maybe I can check the popsicle stick. So I want to do 2 blades. Maybe I can just kind of put this a little bit smaller. Tiny bird on your stocking or in it. Oh, I see. Some of the stuff on here sticks to my fingers so bad. It's almost like I gotta let it kind of get it on here. Just let it sit. I come back to it. All right, so I think I'm just gonna kind of make it a little bit bigger, and then I could sand it some. Or what I could also do is maybe I could kind of just chilling here doing this, kind of not really. Probably should be saying a little bit more, kind of spacing out there. But that's all right. It's more just trying to get this to get the look I want. I don't know if I like the other blade on the other one. It kind of got to look like it was like seaweeds or something. It's so sticky from this clay. Can barely handle it. Think that we're gonna once that thing gets out of the oven, I think I'm gonna take a break. Just want to see. Ah. I kind of just want to cover it and then do some sanding once I bake it. I think then it'll give me something more to work with, as it being a blade. And the other one, I'm just gonna leave it. Stuff being so sticky on your fingers, I can't really do too much more. Fuck. So, I'm gonna take these two things, throw them in the oven, just to kind of get them to. One of the legs fell off in the baking process. That's right here. I'm just gonna glue it to it though later. I think I might cut that down some to put it back on there. Also, my hands are getting really gross from this, so. But that's how far he is so far. Got legs under him. Got his arm. Chest. I don't want to ruin his legs right now. I'm going to carve off some of the arm stuff on there, and I'm just going to redo it when it cools. I don't want to ruin too much of it because it takes a little bit for the whole curing and everything. But I think this is all I'm going to do. 3 hours. Got body pretty much started. Hot. Head. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's gonna be it. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate anybody who's came along and checked out my stream today. Hello there, impressive creation. Or creature, sorry. Yeah, you just came in here at the end. I'm gonna step out. What I got so far. It's gonna be a samurai lobster catfish. Catfish head, lobster body. Clothing will be like a samurai. But oh, you just found out about it? Yeah, I just started doing it again today. This is my first time back in like quite a while. Last stuff I was streaming was Warhammer stuff. I do a little bit of crafting, painting, sculpting, all around art things. I think I might just start posting a bunch of my other stuff. I've been doing some of these Legion Imperialis stuff. Added magnets to things. Having them be a little more customizable for myself. Also have done that with Warhammer. This guy right here, he's got some magnets on it. Guy here. So I can put the other arms on him and the other components. He's got magnets here on top. So my channel is multiple things. Just kind of do what I like to do, kind of. So if you like to follow. Not cool. This clay is the clay. Pause clay. Also comes in a package that is like this. Very similar to monster clay. Or monster, yeah, I think it's monster clay. Yeah, this stuff is just a little bit too moist. I usually like to let it sit out and leach some of the oils out of it. This is medium. Just doesn't seem like it's medium. Seems more like taffy. Soft is really way too soft, and I don't think I have any firm, but if I had some firm, I would probably use firm instead. Yeah, I'm kind of new to it. I don't really sculpt a whole lot. I have a couple other sculptures, like this one I haven't finished yet. It's like a Lionel from Thundercats. Kind of weird, but gonna have a light up sword. Also have a knight that I've done. A little Mandalorian guy. Yeah, Thundercat. Can see it, I guess, huh? I had a sword started, but I didn't have small enough LED lights, so I got some smaller ones. That'll probably be a project here soon, in between all of my Warhammer painting. Like when I get done with the Warhammer, they look about like this. turned out pretty cool. It's one of the finished ones. I wonder if I don't really have any sculptures in here. Oh, I also paint D&D stuff. This is a D&D figure I painted like about a week ago. Didn't stream it or anything, I just kind of did it. Kind of trying to get back into the streaming stuff. A couple other ones. But I got multiple things I like to do, you know, but trying to find one to focus on is really hard. But this guy here, my new excitement. I think making a figure is actually pretty cool. I haven't done it in a while. I'm gonna come back on in a couple days and try to finish them up. I think once I get his legs on, start making his armor, I think it'll be cool. I think maybe his arm could have been a little bit longer here, but it's also going to be like another extension off from these arms. But thanks again. Anybody stop by? I'm sorry I'm heading out right now. I've just been doing this for about 3 hours or so. But thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by Mind Drops, where my mind drops, get out.
Yep, thanks again. If you want to follow me, I'm definitely going to start doing this some more. I appreciate anybody that comes along and stops by.